Yes. I'm live. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I'm live. Yes, I'm live, and I want to share. I want to accept people into the group. So you are welcome to the first Inner Circle Smart Training. Welcome. Wow, a lot of people are joining in live right now. You're welcome. If you can see this video, please let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I'm trying to accept people who decide to join, who decided to join late. I hope you're here. So good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. You're welcome. Welcome. All right. So let me know in the comment section, as my practice is, where are you connecting from? Where are you connecting from? I'm trying to bring people in. People joined late, so I'm trying to bring people in. Good evening. Where are you connecting us from? Let us know. Let us know. I want to. So just hold on. Good evening. Good to see you. Good evening. Where are you connecting us from? Thank you. I'm still approving people. I'm approving people. I have to approve each person one after the other. I'm approving people. All right. So you're welcome. I'm going to be sharing the link live. Thank you so much. We're going to be having a wonderful time this evening. And I want you to just tell me where you're joining us from. So, some people decided to join late. So, and I've been talking about this for about the past 2 days. People should join. However, I will try and get everybody in. Just give me about 3 minutes. I'm all set for tonight. I have to get some things ready. Please just give me 3 minutes. Thank you. So if you are joining in, let me just know where you are connecting me from. That would help me. I want to share the link, the live link, to tell people we are live. We are live. We are live. Click here to join. I don't know why people wait for last minute to make a decision. Well, I've sent it to the group. And so thank you for joining in. My name is Falo Itunoluwaseun, and we'll be going live shortly. Just give me 2 more minutes. I can invite everyone to be a part of this place. Everyone to be a part of this place, so that nobody has excuse for missing it. It's quite important. It's very crucial. So thank you all for coming, and I'm glad that you are here. So thank you so much. We have some people. All right, so let me acknowledge everyone that is here. Thank you so much for spending your time to be here. So I want to make sure that I am important. Is very crucial. So thank you all for coming. All right. Yes. So for all the people that are here, thank you, Mrs. Peace Egbareba, a school proprietress joining from Benin City. Mrs. Stella, you're welcome. Good evening, connecting from Anambra. Allow me connecting from Lagos. Kenechukwu Frank Madumere from Owerri. S. Matthew connecting from Warri. And Blessing Emegwa Osondu. I'm joining from Ogba. Pauline Owanago Ilo Ikorodu, Lagos State. I say you are welcome to tonight. We're going to spend about maybe an hour plus here tonight. And I'm ready. And if you are ready, we can go on. So if you are having, don't worry, this will be recorded. This will be recorded. So I'm still trying to approve just 1 minute more. Then I start this lecture in full. All right. Thank you. I'm going to start. Tonight, we're going to be doing something important. Let me make sure you can see my... Yes. Yes. And to make sure you can see that. So, trying to share my screen. If you can see my screen, please, can you let me know? If you can see my screen, can you let me know? I'm sharing my screen live. 7 communication techniques at inquiry that convinces parents that your school is the right one for them. If you can see my screen, can see my face, you can see the screen, let me know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you can see it, if it's clear. All right, I can see response that they can see the screen. A lot of response coming in that they can see the screen. Lovely. Thank you. All right. Yes, I can. Fumi Aikweku. Yes, I can. Leader Adio. Yes, I can see it. Olufemilola Popola. Yes, I can see it. Victor Adini. Yes, I can see it. Ololade Adeleke. Mr. Adish. Yes, I can see it. I can see your screen. Okay, this is lovely. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you can see the screen. So we can get on. All right. We're going to be looking at this evening. Thank you so much. First of all, I hope we are ready with your jotting pads for this. We're going to be looking at 7 communication techniques as inquiry that convinces parents that your school is the right one for their children. 7 communication techniques at inquiry that convinces parents that your school is the right one for their children. And we are going to be looking at these 7 communication techniques tonight. And what we are going to be looking at is very extensive, and I want you to get your pen so that you can write out points that you will be applying even from tomorrow in your school. As an inner circle member, this is a benefit that you get. As a smart inner circle member, this is a benefit that you get. Somebody said, can this be recorded so as to watch it later because of poor network in your area? All right. Yes, it should be. It should be, but try to join this meeting live as you're here. All right. So let's get started immediately. I'm going to get into the training immediately. All right. So welcome to the 5 secret inner circle smarts. And like I said again, we're going to be looking at the 7 communication techniques at inquiry that convinces parents that your school is the right one for their children. It is very important. Now, how did this come about? How did this come about? One, there was a time I was this came about. There was a time I was consulting for a school, and the school, you know, owner, the wife, you know, the husband asked the question and said that whenever the wife is making inquiry, uh, it takes her maybe close to 1 hour to talk and talk with the parents. And when talking and talking with that parents, what happens is at the end of the day, she might not even get, to register children because she goes all into details and talk and talk. At the end of the day, when they call that parents, it's like they didn't take the decision to register. So he asked me that can I create something for them where they can be a stepwise formula that they can follow, and with that step by step formula, they know what to do immediately an inquiry comes in, and they know the time to spend and the decisions to be made. So they know what going from one point to the other, and they can be able to save time and make sure they are doing the right thing. So immediately I came up with this particular 7 steps that you are seeing currently. I came up with it, and it helped them a lot. In fact, that time it helped them change their inquiry immediately and helped them a whole lot. And that is why I'm sharing this particular training here so that we can use it to revamp our inquiry almost immediately. It's very important that we do that immediately. So we're going to go on. Now, I want you to meet with me. My name is Falon Itunoluwa Sheun. That is my name. And in case you don't know me, that is my picture on the screen. That is my picture on the screen. The founder of Standout Group. And Standout Group, I have a call to build confidence and consistency, to help you achieve your school enrollment targets. That is my own desire. I have that strong call. I don't just say it's I believe it's a call that I have, that I help school owners achieve their enrollment targets. And currently, by the grace of God, I lead. Okay, there are some complaints here. I hope you can see. Okay, all right, everything is fine now. Okay, so I lead a community of 8,800 WhatsApp and 4,200 email and Facebook group of over 3,400 going strong. It's almost 3,500 now on the Facebook group, which in cumulative, is over a little bit over 15,000. So my strong point and uniqueness is ability to communicate simply and effectively and consistently. That's one of my strong points, and I'm going to be helping you when it comes to communicating with your parents. This will help you a whole lot. Now, the purpose of this webinar is to turn 80% of your inquiry, into enrollment. I don't want you guys in the inner circle to not convert. Not everybody that will request to join your school will eventually become, part of your school. However, you should get a larger proportion. You get a larger proportion joining your school, and it all has to do with the communication that you have in your school. Please, I want you to please confirm that you can hear me clearly. I want you to confirm that you can hear me clearly. Please do confirm that you can hear me clearly in the comments, because I see 1 or 2 people say they can't hear me clearly. Please confirm that you can hear me clearly. If you can hear this, let me know. All right. Somebody said clear enough, sir. So I've gotten the feedback. All right, good. So now The purpose of this webinar is to turn 80% of your inquiry into enrollment, and you want every parent to become a fan of your school, you know. So that 20% that doesn't even enroll, you want them to become a fan of your school because you have transferred enthusiasm into them, that makes them register. And if they don't register because they can't afford you, they will still tell someone who can. With this inquiry format, you can control your conversations and delegate effectively and say words that market your school. Say words that market your school. So one of the reasons why I'm having this training is also to have your front desk people effectively drilled. If you are the one in the front desk, fantastic. If you are not the one in the front desk, so that the person in your front desk office will be effectively drilled. Do you get what I'm saying? The person in your front desk office will be effectively drilled. You can easily delegate this. So take your pen. You can even play this video with them. Once we are done, I would upload the video into an inner circle training room. So with this inquiry format, you can control your conversation. That's the point, is to make sure that you are in charge of your conversation. And you're not just talking away and just having fun, but you can control that conversation so that it can lead to inquiry. So let's get started. The first thing is, when somebody walks into your school, how do you grab the person attention? When somebody walks into your school, the first place to start is to have a smart introduction. When somebody walks into your school. So if you are here, you're the school owner, please write this point down. As soon as somebody steps their foot into your school, your demeanor, your attitude, your smiley face must show. So the first thing is the way you introduce yourself and you introduce the school. That's the first place to start from. Number one, how do you introduce yourself? How do you introduce the school? Now, the formats. It starts with your name and the position you occupy in your school. Now, don't start with your name and your surname, obviously. So my name is Ituno. I'm the school head here. Then you get into conversing with them. That English went to run away. You get into conversing with them with a wild smile. Good morning, Master. My name is Itunoluwa. Very happy to see you this morning. Welcome to Standout School. How you start a conversation matters, please. How you start a conversation matters. So for everyone, let this come. Now, in my sales training, when I was training for sales, I'm always introducing myself. So it's very important for everyone at your inquiry, anybody take your inquiry, to always start with introducing themselves. That's where it starts from. Don't say, good morning, what can I do for you? That's not a place, that's a passive way of conversing. Good morning, what can I do for you today? Good morning, what can I do for you today? Good morning, you're welcome, what can I do for you today? So the normal formats, can write it down. Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir. My name is Ituno. Very happy to see you this morning. Welcome to Standout School. Start on a positive note. Start and get the attention of that person, if you understand. So the front desk person with a wild smile, and that's why I use this little girl to start this conversation. With a wild smile, get in to say, good morning, my name is Ituno. Good to see you this morning. Welcome to Standout School. So I have that in my mind. And when I'm even on a phone call, the funny thing is, even when I'm on a phone call and I want to get the attention of someone I would need to speak to, is always starting with that. Introduce your name. Most of the time, your first name is fine. Don't start with, my name is Mrs. Bagbab, just go straight. Your first name is fine. My name is Ituno. Good to see you this morning. Welcome to Standout School. It is very, very important. This is where it starts from. All right. If you understand this number one point, let me know in the comments. If you get this first point, please let me know in the comments. Whenever you start and you meet with someone, always become active in that conversation with a wild smile. So point number one in the 7 communication formats is to start, first of all, introducing your name and with a wide smile, welcome them to the school. So if you got this point, please let me know in the comment section. Number 2, you control the conversation. You control your conversation. Now, in controlling the conversation, there are things that you do. You control your conversation. Now, a good person that gives a good conversation does one particular thing, and I've said this severally here. First of all, you control conversations by asking questions. So immediately introduction is made, immediately that person, you've introduced your name, your school name, then you've welcomed them to the name of your school. The next thing is to ask key questions. These key questions makes the parents talk about themselves and their children. These key questions make the parents talk about themselves and their children. So it is important to ask key questions. Number 1 point is you have a fantastic introduction. You transfer enthusiasm in your introduction. You transfer joy. You transfer gladness. You transfer happiness. You transfer freshness. You don't transfer worries. You transfer freshness in your introduction. Your name. Hello, good morning. My name is Itunu. Welcome to Standout School. Good to see you today with a wild smile. Then the next thing is you control the conversation. How do you control your conversation? You be in charge of that conversation. And most of the time, when you get into asking questions, you sound immediately like a professional. If you ask questions, you control the kind of responses that you get if you are in charge of questioning. Or if the parent is the one in charge of questioning, you are not in charge of that conversation, they are in charge of that conversation. So the key questions that make the parent talk about themselves and their children, you begin to ask. Remember, he who asks the question controls the conversation. He who asks the question controls the conversation. I mean, if you got this point, he who asks the question controls the conversation. So it is quite important that in your communication, you ask question. You ask question. In your communication, you ask question. Now, what question do you ask? When they smile, oh, good morning. So what's the name of your child you are willing to register in our school today? What is the name of the child you are willing to register in our school today? Oh, the name of my child is this, and all of that. Oh, fantastic. Then let me give you an example now. Get a pen and a paper. Get a pen and a paper, and trying to locate my pen here. All right, get a pen and a paper and just say, good morning. Good morning. My name is Itunu. Good to see you. Welcome to Standout School. So how are you doing today? The person answers, fine, thank you. All right, fantastic. Okay, what's the name of your child that you are willing to register in our school today? I make sure I control that conversation. I get into their mind. I'm not saying how are you doing today. Hope there's no rain. Hope there's no sun. Hope how is the weather. People think when you jump straight to the point, you lose a customer. Actually, it shows the confidence you have in your business. So immediately I get into it. Oh, good morning. How are you doing today? Good to see you. So what's the name of the child you are registering with us today? The person tells you immediately, oh, the name of my child is Annabelle. Oh, Annabelle, what a lovely name. Thank you so much. So why are you changing the school of your child? Why are you changing the school of your child? What school is your child going? Or what school is your child changing from? The person can tell you, and you note all these points. In this conversation, you get a note, you are noting all these points. All these points will be very useful to you in your relationship with that particular parent. In that conversation, you begin to hear things. You begin to know if the person will become a future debtor. Begin to know, you begin to tally points down. He who controls the question. So here, what are the series of questions you would like to find out from your parents, from your potential parents? This is where you write it out. This is an example. What's the name of your child is an example. Why are you changing? Why are you changing? Why are you changing the school of your child from A to B? Or what is the name of the former school of this child? Is an example. What one area of improvement would you like to see in your child that you are not seeing already? It's quite important. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. My Facebook froze for a moment. It is very, very important. I want to see comments. I want to make sure that I can see comments right here, right here, right here. All right. So if you understand this second point, can you put it in the comment section? The questions, things you'd like to find out from somebody that is coming to your school. Questions you would like to ask somebody that wants to register in your school. Can you let me know? What are the questions you would like to ask a potential parent that is registering in your school? What are those questions? Somebody that is coming for the first time. What are the questions? I want to know. Let me 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 know. What are the questions you would like to ask your potential parents? What are the questions you'd like to ask your potential parents? Can you let me know? Can you let me know in the comment section? This is number 2 that we just handled. What are the questions? I'm waiting for those comments. I'm waiting for those comments. I'm waiting for those comments. I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them. So remember, he who asks the question controls the conversation. He who asks the question controls the conversation. So when somebody comes to your school and makes inquiry, have series of questions written down. So immediately you introduce yourself. The next thing is you are trying to make sure that you are asking relevant questions that brings out the reason why that person is registering. Look, okay, fantastic. Comments are coming in. So somebody said they would like to ask what are you why are you changing exactly? I like that. Why are you changing your child from the former school? Lovely. How do you get to know about our school? Lovely. What class are you looking at registering your child? Lovely. What do you do, Sama? Lovely. Age of the child and previous class? Lovely. What do you do for a living? Lovely. Why did they leave the former school? Lovely. Why are you changing the school? Lovely. What class was he or she formerly? Lovely. Why the change? How did you know about us? What are your expectations for your child? Lovely. What's the child's name? Lovely. The name of the child's school the child is coming from. Why are you changing? What do you do for a living? Where do you live? Lovely. How old is the child? Lovely. What class is the child at the moment? Lovely. Why are you changing his or her school? Lovely. What's the name of your child's former school? Lovely. Why did you choose our school? Lovely. Why do you want to change your child's school? Lovely. What one of you have improvement we'd like to see that you're not seeing presently? Lovely. What do you do for a living? So, man, the comments are coming in. The comments are coming in. It is very, very important. He will ask the questions, control the conversation. Remember, he will ask the question, controls the conversation. So some of these questions are very important. Write them down. So the next thing is to control your conversation. Make sure the person inquiry, maybe it's you, maybe it's that person, but don't let the questions be too much. Let it just be key questions, just key 1 or 2 key questions that are good for you. Why are you changing okay, good. Can I know the name of your child? What school is it coming from? Why are you changing your child's school? All right. What class is the child? Okay, so I won't use the child. I will use Annabelle. You know Annabelle's name. Wow, what's the name of your child? Annabelle. Lovely. What a fantastic name. So why are you changing Annabelle? What school are you changing Annabelle from? Oh, God's own schools. Oh, lovely. All right. So why are you changing Annabelle to our school? I mean, how did you hear about our school? What is that thing? They'll say, that's also told me, about your school. They told me this and that and all of that. Okay, so what area of improvement would you like to see in your child? What is the challenge? Does he have any challenge and all of that? Get into conversation. All right. Or you could even have a small form where you fill all these things, all these details. They are very important. This is where you sniff. When I was in the bank, We had a series of questions. As a loan, I was a loan officer in my bank where we give out loans. So we have a series of questions we must ask clients. And they trained us that when you're asking clients questions, you begin to sniff with your LO nose, with your loan officer nose, to know if this is a potential debtor or not. From the questions, you can know if the person will repay your loan and all of that. So it's quite important. Don't let the joy of you registering someone let the person take over conversations from you. He who asks the question controls the conversation. I think we have got this point. I think we have got this point. All right. Okay. The next thing with your conversation is that whatever that person say, you get into what I call irresistible guarantee. What are your strengths? This is why you must know your strengths as a school. What is your strength as a school? What is your strength as a school? So if the person has a complaint, you must be able to guarantee a change. You must be able to guarantee a result. You must be able to guarantee something, an experience the person will have. Irresistible guarantee. That's the next thing. This shows competence. This shows your level of confidence in your school. So you'll be able to guarantee results almost. Now, what do I mean by this? Immediately the parents start talking, you listen for the reason why he or she is changing a child's school. Why is it changing? Is it relocation? Is it a function of, well, they won't say if it's depth, but you will know as you ask questions more. Or is it relocation? Is it a function of academic performance? Is it a function of referral? And notice the pain point. My child cannot read. My child cannot write. My child cannot speak. Notice the pain point. That's why you're asking this question. My child's school bus comes late, blah, blah, blah. Notice the pain point in that conversation. It is very important. These things, the things you would love to see, those things that are pain points, the reasons why she's changing, note them down. When you're having conversation, there must be an intelligence involved. There must be a particular kind of intelligence involved. So once you notice these things, you immediately let her finish talking and you duplicate what she said by saying that's exactly why you should bring your child to this school, because with your cooperation at this school for your child's age, I can guarantee this particular results in this particular period of time. So let me give you an example. You're having a conversation with a parent, and the parent comes, and immediately the parent say things like, good morning, good to see you. What's the name of your child? Annabelle, fantastic. So, why are you changing Annabelle from school A to school B? My brother, Annabelle just cries every time she goes to this particular school. I don't know. They've done everything for the past 2-3 weeks. She cries, and that school, I don't know why my child is crying. She just keeps crying and all of that. Now the complaint is cry. The complaint is not knowing how to write. The complaint is not food. The complaint is nothing else but cry. The child cries and cries. So the mother is looking for solution to the child's tears. Maybe the child is in preschool, thereabouts. You immediately tell the parents the solution, if you understand what I'm saying. And you say, wow, that's exactly why you should bring your child to our school. Because with your cooperation, I can tell you that Annabelle will stop crying in 1 to 2 weeks. The reason you stop crying, because if you get to our crèche, we have this and this in place to make sure that children that are crying stops crying. We have put this and this in place to make sure this happens. You guarantee that they will see a change. You put confidence. Now, shout your uniqueness with confidence here. And if somebody comes to your school and tells you that my child actually has no problem, I just love to bring my child to this school. What class? Fantastic. Our children of this class can start coding. At this age, that is age 5 to 6 years, children of this class, they must be able to know how to read, must be able to know how to summarize this particular book, must be able to solve mental mathematics, and must be able to do this and do that. In fact, let me even call one of our students so that you can see what I'm saying. Hey, can you go to class called Victory in Basic 1 Gold? All right, Victory, come. Can you do this and do that? And you are guaranteeing things that the parents will see just by making decision to register in the class. You understand what I'm trying to say? You can't guarantee something because you know what makes your school unique. Do you understand this point? So what can you guarantee if somebody registers in your school? What is that uniqueness? And I talk about uniqueness all the time. I talk about uniqueness all the time. You can always boost the parents' confidence, saying, if your child registers in our school, I'm very sure that by so age, one thing I know about our school is that from nursery 1 down to basic 6, or from SS1 down to SS3, one thing I know is that we put a lot of strength in computer-based exams, and our children are very good with ICT skills. In fact, we pride ourselves in raising tech geniuses in this school. So this is a very strong point. So I can guarantee that. And if your child is in basic 2, said your child cannot write, I mean, we should be able to solve that problem in this 1 year of registering. With your cooperation, of course. If you can do this and do that, I can tell you that you can be able to see results. So you can guarantee a parent. It shows that you know what you're doing. It shows that you're unique. It shows that you understand your process. It shows that you understand your curriculum. It shows that you know the things you are doing to the letter. You understand what I'm saying? So this is quite crucial. So you now, as a school owner, what can you guarantee? If I decide to register my son, Nathan, my small son, in your school, what can you guarantee me that my son will see in the next 1 year? What will I see in my son as a parent? If I come to your school, what are the things you'll see in my son? You know, what are the things? Can you put it in the comments? What are the things you can guarantee your parents? So you get into irresistible guarantee. You are not there to gist. You are not there to build rapport and show. You are there to get a particular response. You are there with one thing and one thing in mind: convert that woman or that man sitting in front of you to become a potential parent. So I'm going to wait. Let me know, what are the things that you can guarantee me as a potential parent coming to your school? What are the things you can guarantee me as a potential parent coming into your school? What are the things you can guarantee me as a potential parent coming into your school? What are the things you can guarantee me as a potential parent coming into your school? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. We're number 3, right? So as a potential parent, please, Egbare say, I can guarantee pupils being able to read simple sentences from nursery 2, that their child will learn to speak right. Lovely. Qualified, dedicated, and benign teachers. Chinenye Ifekwe, this is not a uniqueness. I mean, you should have qualified teachers in your school, right? This is not a uniqueness. Uniqueness has to do with the pain point of the parent. The pain point is very important. That's why follow what I'm saying, please. Number 2, that's why you're asking questions. Uniqueness has to do with the pain point of your parents. The pain point, what that parent is wanting to see in the child. So it's not just that you have qualified teachers, you have standard and stable classroom and all of that. You will see these results if you register your children in this school. You know, from the pain point that your child will learn to speak right, lovely, qualified, dedicated, and benign teachers, it's not a unique point. Sound letters within 1 year, lovely. I can guarantee that at 3, your son will play the nursery rhymes on the piano, lovely. Guarantee that from 3 years, your child will begin to blend the sound. So this uniqueness of the school, like ability to summarize and read well, fantastic. So work on those things. What are the expectations for each of your classes, for each of your age group? What are the expectations for that? And work on those things. I can guarantee that will bring out the genius talent in every child. What are the guarantees you have? So what's your expectation for a basic 5? What's the expectation for a pre-KG? What's your expectation for a nursery 1? What's the expectation? So age-wise, you have expectation. And what are those things you know? And once the parent is talking, you know, you can guarantee them that, see, we have, if you can't guarantee, it shows you don't know your school inside out well. So with your cooperation and assistance at home, I can guarantee your child being able to write by himself right from KG1. All right. Potential parents coming to my nursery 1, my people can copy from the board. Lovely. They can write and identify all alphabets, make to form two-letter words. That's from Padania. Linda Onwuka said, dedicated teachers, pupils can read from nursery 2, confident children, lovely. Good manners and character in the next 1 year. So the two ways you go about it is you listen to the conversation and pain points of your parents, of that potential parent. Use that pain point, that thing they are saying, to guarantee a result. Use that pain point to immediately guarantee a result. If you understand what I'm saying, use that pain point to guarantee a result. That pain point, that thing, if they say, my child cannot do this, look for that, how you can solve that problem and be able to solve it also. Don't just make mouths, be able to solve that particular problem. All right. Fantastic. We have spent 40 minutes on this, and I want us to move faster because I'll take questions. The next thing is close the conversation with an action. Want them to do something right there immediately. Close the conversation with an action. It is very important. Like I said, you be business-like. You are not just there for felicitation. You are there to be able to make sure they register. Number 4, close the conversation with an action. Close the conversation with an action. You want them to do something, right? Close the conversation with an action. This is very, very important. You must make them take a particular action. This is the most important aspect of the discussion. If you don't close the conversation, you have lost a parent to another school. So you have showed them how unique you are. You have asked questions to familiarize themselves with you. You have solved their problem by guaranteeing them get a decision from the parent right there and then. Don't say words like, so when should we be expecting you? when should I be expecting you tomorrow, man? Should I be expecting you next tomorrow? Will you register next tomorrow? These are funny statements. Be an active communicator, please. Be an active communicator. Get people to take actions. Those little droplets of inquiries you are saying, make sure you are converting them. So get into active communication. Let the only reason why a parent will not register in your school be that they can't afford your fees, and there's nothing you can do about someone who can't afford your fees. Let it not be because you didn't show them how important your value is. Because when that person leaves your school, even if they can't afford your fees, they can tell other people that school, they know what they are doing. So guarantee them, like I've said, then close the conversation with an action. Close the conversation with an action. Okay. I'm going to get into that. So how do you do that? At this stage, you smile and ask, is there any other thing you would like to know about? If the parent says yes, immediately ask what it is and explain on it. Now, an action that you are now closing on. Maybe, you've told them about the guarantee. So is there anything I'd like to do for you? You say, yes, I'd like to know this and that. All right. Then you explain whatever they want to know again. Then you close them in a conversation. Close them on an action and say, let's take your child through our placement test, please. Can we take your child through? You have guaranteed them. You have said that. You say, so the next thing is, let's take your child through our placement test. This is very important, and you better have a unique way of showing the strength and weakness of their children. You better have a unique way of showing the strength and weakness of their children. Your placement test must show the strength and weakness of their children, what their children can do and what they can't do. If your placement test is, for example, now somebody writes an exam and you see that the child is very strong in maths or very weak in quantitative, you can show them. So get them to take an action immediately. get them to take an action immediately. It's very, very important. And this action could be as simple as making them do something immediately. So you have guaranteed them the results. You have built confidence. So the next thing is, can we take your child through a placement test? The child comes and you're asking the next questions, giving the placement test. The first thing is not to start with placement test, is to shine forth with your uniqueness. Every other school can do that, can rush, to do placement tests. You are showing that you are solving their needs first. Then once that confidence is built, let me take this child through the placement test. Now, when the child is doing the placement test, we are still there. We're still in this action. When the child is doing the placement test, obviously this person maybe is still sitting, waiting in the inquiry room, still looking to see the results, get into conversation, and start closing them on registration. Start getting into their mind for registration. Oh, ma, well done, ma. Don't worry, it will be done soon. I will be able to see results. I'm glad you're in love with our school. So what day will you be registering the child? Will you register your child today? I mean, if you get a yes, he said, if yes, fantastic. Then you're still waiting for the placement test. That discussion is on. I mean, don't get into this Nigeria. There's NSA, so we have to be careful. Don't get into all those kind of discussion. Keep focus on what you're trying to achieve. If the person says, I said, if all goes well, with placement test, start talking. I don't want him in basic 5. He's 10 years old. So you know what? If we're reaching our school, the point is this: that the placement test will really help us to guide as regards class placement because of his age and because of the requirements he's going to get. You get what I'm trying to say? So you are in love with our school, you are in love with what we do, you are in love with what we can help your child produce, and you are registering in our school, so you have nothing to worry. You are almost closing them on making a decision. You are not asking doubting questions like, will you register in our school? You are saying, I'm glad you are in love with our school. You are moving past their doubts. You are moving past their indecision. You are moving past that. So if the parent says, oh, will you be registering today? If the parent says no, I say, so when will you be registering then? Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, which day of the week? The parents can pick a day. You say, well, I will come on Wednesday. What time on Wednesday should I expect you? 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 9 a.m., 2 p.m. What time on Wednesday should I expect you? You are more active. You are closing them on a conversation. Did you get this point? Please, if you got this point, please let me know. That's point number 4, right? Close the conversation with an action. So you are taking them through a discussion on you have taken them through the discussions on class placement test. They are doing that while you are sitting in inquiry and the child is doing class placement. Be closing them on an action, closing them on telling them when are they going to register. All right, please, if you got this point, can you let me know? If you got this point I just explained, can you let me know? Make sure you are closing them on a conversation. It is very important that you are closing them on a conversation. It is very, 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 very crucial. Very important that you are closing them on that. So while they are writing placement tests, don't get distracted. I know people always try to, get into the familiar zone, and it's good. Those things don't last. Don't let people be registering in your school because they are from the same church or from the same village. These are the reasons why depth build from all those familiarity. Let people register because you can help them achieve a particular result. That's why they should register, not because they know you or they are living on the same streets. So it's going to look like they're doing you a favor while they're registering. No, ma. You are the one doing them a favor by making sure they go through the process. You test them, you make them see the strength of the child, the weakness, and you are closing them. And the reason why they are making that decision to register in your school is because you are just the best in that particular, to guarantee that particular result for them. You are the best. So if you got these points, let me know in the comments. These two things are quite important. Make sure you are closing them on a decision. Make sure you are closing them on a decision. All right. One or two people are saying this slide is not clear. It could be your phone. It happens online. If you are going in and coming out of, or if your network is bad, and there's only one person, Mr. Kenechukwu Frank Madumeri. I've been saying this slide is not clear, but I think other people are getting it. So, all right, I'm going to take questions. I'm going to take questions as we go on. Somebody said, what happens when you have other parents waiting to see you? You used to close the one with you on conversations. Obviously, you have to close that person on a conversation. You have to know all these things don't take time. You have to know, the child is writing a placement test. You are not discussing about Nigeria and what is going on. It's good to discuss about Nigeria, but your business first. Your business first. So you get into that conversation and you close them. And you say, oh, fantastic. I'm glad you're in love with our school. So, when will you be registering? Today at very sure. You'll be surprised. Person will tell them, you're registering today and all of that. So while they come back from wherever they are, you get this place. Maybe the child's result is out, and you discuss from the results the things that you noticed and all of that. That discussion goes on. You are still here, remembering that you are closing them on a conversation. If the child is a best fit for that class, lovely. If the child who is not a best fit for that class, tell them your terms and conditions. Your child cannot get into this class because of this performance. However, you have that discussion with them at this particular stage. All right. So please, I will answer these questions after. Everybody asking questions, I will answer it after. Let's finish with this first. So, okay. The next thing is show them the account number. After you have made a discussion and you have agreed on the class, you have agreed on, you have seen the performance, you have seen the strengths and the weakness of the child. He has agreed. He has seen how good you are. You have built confidence. You have gone from one introduction to number two, the second one, the first one is introduction. Number two, you ask question. Number three, you guarantee a result. Number four, you close them on a conversation and a decision. Number five, you show them the account number, where to pay. Don't just show them the bill. Show them also where to pay. Show them also where to pay. Show them the account number. Show them where to pay. Most of the time, most parents don't get into the discussion of money. When it gets into the discussion of money, you see some people become uncomfortable. It might not be the school owner, it might be the person at inquiry. It might become uncomfortable to show them exactly where to pay, how much to pay, where to pay. Very important. So the next thing is to do this. Always present them with payment details. Immediately you have built a confidence in them of your results. Don't just present them with your school bill, but also with your payment details. Always note that payment only guarantees registration. So this is why you are building confidence. Now, some people's bills don't contain account details, so it's very, very important that this is together. Your bill, your account details, everything must be together. Now, once you present someone with number and payment details, once you present them in account number and payment details, the thing you see is, for some of them, there will be doubts. That's where you know if this person is serious. That's where you know if this person is serious. That's where you know if this person is just there to whine you. In fact, all this process will make you will review. There are some people that they go to schools. Some of us do it here. Some people go to schools just to test to test bills. Let me put it out to know bill, compare bills here, A and B and C and D here. So here you'll be able to know who is ready to pay, start immediately, who is ready to transfer immediately. You must present them. You must be ready to get a payment almost immediately. Don't shy away. Tell the person take inquiry. Don't shy away at this point in time. So if somebody says, that's the point you will know if the person is ready immediately. If somebody doubts, you can guarantee them a result. I'm telling you that that child that you saw here will change in 4 months of registering. You can guarantee them a result. With your full cooperation, of course, you are going to see changes in this child. Show them the account number immediately. Show them where to pay. Show them how to pay immediately. Don't waste time with this particular one. All right, let me go to the 6th one. Now, the next one, funny enough, is you ask for a referral. Will you get one? Probably no. And you could also get one, probably yes. But make it a culture to ask for a referral after each of your inquiry. If you always ask for a referral after your inquiry, put it in the comments. Do you ask for a referral after your inquiry? If you ask for a referral after your inquiry, can you put it in the comments? Do you ask for referrals after your inquiry? Do you ask for referrals immediately you're done with your inquiry? Do you ask for referrals? Let me know in the comments. Like you tell parents, like, do you ask for referrals? I want to see the answers before I get into how do you do this. Do you ask for referrals? Do you ask for referrals? Do you ask for referrals? I'm waiting for your response. Do you ask for referrals? Next, do you say hello, ma? Aha, exactly. So, do you ask for referrals? Do you ask for referrals? I want to know in the comments if you ask for referrals. Let me quickly check the comments. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Number 6, no, I don't. Not always. Sometimes, no, I don't. No. So I say a lot of no's. No, I have never, but we start. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Please, all questions will come after, please. I can't answer questions at the same time. Make a presentation. Okay, somebody I've seen, Moina Tumutrayan says, yes, I do. Oluwatoyin, no, I don't. No, I don't. Olajumoke Agunbade, no. Okay. Ask for a referral. Okay. Someone said, I think bill should come before placement test. Some parents will be asking for a ridiculous discount. Some may even say you are too expensive. Well, if that works for you, fine. If that works for you, I always like to build value. So in the place of my conversation and doing all of that, the point is that these 7 steps are not cast as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can always, depending on conversation, you can flow through the steps in any convenient way that it works for you. So, all right. No, I don't. I have never, but we'll start. Or your agropreneur. Okay. Chinaye Fekwe, no, I don't. Some tell me, most times I don't. Okay. Not all the time, not always. Yes, by informing them of the scholarship their children will enjoy if they refer. That's lovely. Glowing for I've read one of my books. Sometimes. What do you mean by referral? Referral means telling parents to give you new students. Yes, I always do. I make sure I put a call through to the person. No, I don't. Yes, but not necessarily the same day. Oftentimes when they have registered. All right. Can you explain that point on referrals? No, only those who have registered. All right. Make it a point of duty to ask for a referral from the first day. And how do you do it? Really, I want to give an intelligent way to ask for a referral. And you might not just say, hello, ma, can you give me 1 or 2 people to register in our school? You are not registering in our school. No. I want to give you an intelligent way to do it. that has worked fine. You ready? You ready, 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 ready. Ready, 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 ready. So how do you ask for a referral? Let me just quickly tell you. Now, you just ask a simple question. This is a simple format. I'm sorry if you can't see this clearly. I'll try and read it out. If you can't see this clearly, I will try and read this out. So how do you ask for a referral? You can just tell them, would you like to be a parent ambassador or VIP parent? You know, would you like to be a VIP parent in our school, man? This person is still answering your inquiry. Like, would you like to be a platinum parent? Would you like to bring one of our parent ambassadors? Would you like to be one of our parent ambassadors? It's a question. Who has the question controls the conversation. Simple question. This an example. You can use what is suitable for you, please. This is an example. So, would you like to be a parent ambassador in your school or a VIP parent in our school? Person will definitely ask with curiosity. Will look with curiosity and say things like, what do you mean by a parent ambassador? It's a fantastic. Parent ambassadors are parents who have spent 3 years or more in our school, or they have referred 1 to 8 students in our school. They are parent ambassador. And if you are a parent ambassador, we have benefit of we give you a discount for registering, 25% on your child once you register. If you refer 2 students, you have 30%, 3 students, 40%. You can just build something around it. This can be a guide. It might not be this, it might be something else. You can say we could give them special treats once every session. We take them out, they have a beach party, or we give them special gifts at the end of the session. Whatever works for you, whatever is the thank you used to give to somebody that is referring in your school, you tell them. So, but you don't just say refer students to your school. You are trying to sell them into something. You are trying to sell them into, let me put it, a group of people. One of the desires of man, one of the desires of man is to be part of a social group. And that is why the inner circle we have is very successful, because we want to be a part of a group that thinks in a particular way. So you use that. Either of you say, can you give me 2 students in your area? You just tell them that you are inviting them to be part of a group of people in your school that helps you achieve a particular purpose in your school. And that is what you now name and call parent ambassador VIP parents. Now, there are so many people on this webinar tonight, necessarily don't have to call it parent ambassador. You can call it gold parent, platinum parent, call it a special name that you give a particular gift to. And once they say yes, the next thing is to say, you can give us the name and number of a friend or a neighbor around you, so we can call to attend our events, or you can talk to them for us, and we can also call them from our end. Once they register, you become a parent ambassador. So, pretty simple, right? That is how to get somebody to be a referring parent, That is pretty simple. Okay. All right. Lovely. Okay. Now, the next thing, did you get that point? Yes. Did you get that point? I hope you got that point on how to get referring parents. Hope you got that point. Right. So the next thing is you handle their objections. We're almost 1 hour into this. The next thing is you handle their objections, their complaints. Parents will always have a complaint. They always say things like, your school fee is too expensive. Your school fee is too cheap. Your compound is too big. Your compound is too small. Your children number is too little. Your class size is too much. Your class size is too small. I need to talk to my husband about it. I need to talk to my wife about it. These objections are everywhere, and most of the time we're always surprised. When I put this picture of this surprise man, we're always surprised. You should not be surprised by any objections, any complaints that a parent is making. You should be able to handle that objection. So let me just look at one or two objections. That's what are the objections you get at your inquiry? Can you tell me? Objections are complaints that parents give that will not make them register in your school, even after you have built value. The things they say, and I've mentioned some of them. I would like to talk to my wife about it. I like to talk to my someone who say I like to talk to my pastor about it. People just have excuses not to make a decision immediately. So what are the objections? 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 What are the objections that you face at your inquiry? What are the objections that you face? What are the objections that you face when you have inquiry? Please let me know. What are the objections that you face at inquiry? So parents come with different objections. Small building, e.g., starting a school, the fees is too high. The school nearby is half your bill. Nearness to the express road, your school is too near to the express road. Now, all these objections should not surprise you. Classroom is too small. Your school fee is too cheap. I will discuss with my husband and wife and get back to you. Actually, 60% of my population, your place is a bit small. The fee is too high. The fee is quite on the high side. Bad access road. You don't have enough space. I will want to talk to my wife. These are different objections. Small class size, no school bus, the amount you charge, the size of your compound. Compound is too small. School fee is too high. Your school is too small. Your fee is too much. And they always ask for a deduction. Your school is new. Are you sure you can handle the upper primary? Let me go and agree with my husband. Fee is too high. You know, they don't come with their children for inquiry. I will discuss with my husband. Now, write those objections out and write a prepared response to them. For you, write those objections. You see, we should not be surprised. Some of these objections, you hear them over and over and over again. Write those objections out and write a response to them. There's something you can always say. There's something you can always say. There's something you can always say. So before objection comes, the wise thing is to prepare a prepared response. What is your prepared response to each objection? So write these objections out. You can have a meeting with those take inquiry or one or two of your teachers. And what are the things we hear that parents complain about when they come to register? Write those objections out and write a prepared response to them. Well, how will a prepared response look like? Let's say somebody say, let me talk to my wife and husband about this. I'm just giving an example of a prepared response. You have a prepared response. Somebody says, oh, I love this, I'll register, but I need to talk to my wife, I need to talk to my husband about it. You know, fantastic. Now, when somebody has an objection, and I say this, when somebody has a complaint, the first thing is you agree with that person. And the first rule of selling is you always agree with your buyer. Agree with your buyer doesn't necessarily mean, I said something during the week while selling enrollment into the inner circle, and I said customers are not always right. Customers actually are not always right, but the solution to that is you must make your customers feel right. And what does that mean? Making your customers feel right means you say words that makes them feel right. And this is where I talk about it. So if somebody comes and raises an objection, the next thing you do, the first rule of selling is you always agree with them. You agree with them. What does it mean? What are the things you agree? Say, first rule of dealing with the buyer is always and always agree with the buyer. When you disagree with your buyer's opinion, you will force your buyer to get defensive and he or she will always defend is not buying position. You must always agree with your buyer. In agreeing with your buyer, I have an agreement drill. I drill myself, I drill my staff. And what do you say? You say words like, oh, fantastic. Somebody says your school fee is too expensive. You say, lovely, fantastic. I totally agree with you, sir. I totally agree with you. I respect what you just said. Those are words that makes the person calm down, makes the person listen to you. Don't get angry on every complaint that you hear. Don't get angry if somebody says, "Oh, your school is located by the road. There's so much noise." You agree? I mean, if your school is not located by the road, is there something else you want to say? That so no, sir, it's not located by the road. There's not so much. I'm going to get that person into defense. I don't want the person to be defending. You want to get to registration, not an argument. You want to win a client. You're not here to win an argument. So you always agree with the position of that person, even if that person is wrong. I agree. I understand the way you feel about this. So you use words like, I use words like great, superb, I'm with you, I understand you, fantastic, lovely. And if you see, even in my chat, I say that a lot. Oh, fantastic. Oh, lovely submission. Oh, lovely. Great. Oh, superb. I'm with you. Oh, I understand the way you feel. It is very important. So you must get into that in that conversation. When you are selling, somebody comes and says, this your compound is too small. Oh, see how everywhere is small. Everywhere is small. No thing where children go play. I understand the way you feel about that. I understand that this place is small. I understand that we don't have so much playground equipment. Immediately you agree, you have taken the power of that person to use that word against you. So the first thing is you always agree with somebody's complaint. Then whatever you now want to say in defense comes after agreements. So I understand the way you feel about it. I know our compound is small. However, I can tell you with all certainty and proof that smaller compounds give safer schools. And what am I saying is this: when the compound is small, we can control how the children play. I know play is important for every child, but most of the time we found out that when children play too much, they get injured. At that point in time, you are defending your position of you having a small compound. You have already gotten into that conversation. So this is why we have a small compound. We are going to move into a bigger compound. In fact, we are working on that. We're going to move into a bigger compound. However, before we move into that pillar compound, we have to put a lot of safety measures in place. But for now, one thing we can guarantee you that we might have a small compound, but we can guarantee a safer school. We can guarantee less injuries. We can guarantee that for your school. That is what you have, and you must be able to toot your horn and say confidently why your compound is small. Say confidently why they must choose that your small compound. Do you get what I just said? Do you understand what I just said there? So you agree, then you postulate your points. Agree. Now, I don't know your situation. Look for a good explanation for the situation that you are in. The situation can be that you are in here, but in the next 2 years, in the next 1 year, by next term, you will have achieved this. Somebody say you don't have a school bus. Currently, what do you have that you are using? Are you using your personal car? Fantastic. So you don't have yes, I agree with you. We don't have a school bus. We are working on getting a school bus. However, they are using my own personal car currently, to take the children around. I mean, for now, they're enjoying the comfort of the cushion chair and the AC till we get our school bus. So we are really working on it to get our school bus, but our car is what we are using currently. You find a point, find your strong point. Always find your strong point to defend your position. But you start finding your strong point by first of all agreeing with the person's position. So always agree, never argue, always agree. You are not there to win an argument. You are there to win a client. You are not there to win an argument. Remember, you are there to win a lifetime parent. All right. Hope you are finding value so far. I hope you are finding value so far. I hope you're finding value so far. I hope you're finding value so far. All right. Now, for example, let's say somebody comes and say, I need to talk to my wife and husband about it. Somebody says that I need to talk to I need to talk to my husband and wife about it, or my husband and wife about it. So that's great. I totally understand. We'll give an example. After the person has been convinced, Thank you so much. I like this your school. Remember, the first purpose of that inquiry is to leave them with an impression that you are good at what you do. So that's whether the person can afford you or not. That's where I started from. Person says, I love what you do, but I can't make a decision. Say I talk to my husband about it. So that's great. I totally understand. In fact, I tell my husband about everything also. So I'm sure he said me and my wife talk about everything also. I'm sure you and your wife also talk about everything. And I know your wife and husband knows you are here, right? Your wife, does he know you are here? He said, yes, he knows you are. He knows you are. I'm here right now. Fantastic. So let me call you tomorrow, so I'll be able to know the decision your husband has made concerning us in this school. I mean, and if you'd like me to even talk to him when you get home, I can also do that. So you are getting more into conversation. That ability to make sure you are agreeing on something. Remember what I said, agreeing on an action will show the parents that you are really interested in them registering. You want them to come in. It's very important. I mean, said, so I will talk to my wife and husband and say, fantastic. The funny thing is, I and my wife will talk about everything also. In fact, does your wife know you are here? Does your husband know you are here? Say, yes, he knows that you're fantastic. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get your number so that by tomorrow, can I give you a call so that I can know the decision? Because tonight you should be able to have made a decision and I can bring you in by tomorrow. Always have a response to that. Uh, so another answer I wrote here. If somebody says, I need to talk to my wife and husband about it, then I can say, no problem, sir. I totally agree with you. Let me ask you a question, sir. What if your wife or husband says no to this school? What would you do? You let the person will say, I'll convince him. Fantastic. All right. Or I know she won't. I mean, I'm convinced what I see here already. Oh, that's lovely then. So when should I expect you? What time tomorrow can I call you to be able to know that you will be here? You put them in that situation where they are answering deep questions. Make sure they're not using that as an excuse to get you out of the way. Ask questions. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. So I've given you different answers. So if a parent is with you at that inquiry, you have made an impression. So all the things, your school is beside the road, your school doesn't have school bus, write all those things you hear down. I'm just giving examples and write a response to them. If you're not the one taking inquiry, tell the person, explain these situations to them. Be more convincing when you're talking to them. This will help you. This will help you so well. All right. Now, all that common objections, especially when you haven't done a good job with the first 6 points. One more common objection, especially when you haven't done a good job with the first 6 points. Things like your school fee is too high. Now, people talk about your school fee is too high most of the time when we have not built value. Obviously, if you are talking to the wrong audience, some people can't afford you. I agree with that. So let them go. Let them go. But for some people who can afford you and they are complaining, he said we should usually get this compliment from every of our parents. This is an example. Somebody comes and say your school fee is too high. I agree with you. Our school fee is high. In fact, we get this compliment from every of our parents, and most times these our parents go on to become our best parents. Price becomes irrelevant where value is being delivered. You are rich. I know you can afford this. Here's our payment details. Get straight to the point. Here's our payment details. Somebody says your school fee is too high. Get into that. Thank them for the compliment. Thank you very much for the compliments. Or you can tell them, then you can become a parent ambassador then. Why not become a parent ambassador? Since our school fee is too high, refer parents and you can get a discount. But this is a compliment to get from our parents, and because we give high value, price disappears where value is being delivered. So you get into that kind of discussion. You are rich. I know you can afford this. Here is the payment details. So this is an example. So you can use this. You don't have to use this. You can write out responses, example of responses, but don't let objections put you off talking to parents. Don't let objections discourage you. Other things that could hamper people registering could be dirty or unkempt environment, wrong and disrespectful approach, arguing with the parents' objections, lack of stories that communicate the uniqueness of the school, lack of total attention of the parents being attended to, frowning, not smiling, among others. All these things, I will still talk about them as we go on in the inner circle. So, thank you for listening. Somebody made a point here. Say make sure they pay for admission form before giving out the bill. Obviously, they have to do that, and that's why I talk about your processes. Your processes. That's point number 3. Whatever you do when you build value, when you write placement test, make sure they make a commitment. If your action is for them to pay for an admission form, make sure they do that. Make sure they do that. Some people have written it as part of that their policy that they must pay for the admission. But while we have some schools, they don't mind admission form, they just give them straight the bill, and the admission form is already in the bill. So schools have different policy. It depends on the school and the style that you run. But thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. This video will be uploaded in a training room in the library, and you will be able to see it. But for now, what is your questions? What is your question? What are your questions? What are your questions? Can I have your questions? I hope you found value in this presentation tonight. I hope you found value. 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 I hope you found value in this presentation tonight. I hope you found value. Let me have your question. Let me have your question. I've spent almost 1 hour 30 minutes. Let me have your questions, please. Okay, see, somebody said our forms come after registration. So it depends on the school, actually. It's on the school. So, but I've given you something, a structure you can work with. Make sure they pay, all right? Thank you, sir. I got value. Fantastic. Quite wonderful. Thank you, Mrs. Alakwejo Adeshina. Our forms comes after registration. Ololade Adebi, wow, wonderful. Lucy Basi Ubong, thank you, sir. I got value. Akorede Ahmad, good presentation. Akorede Ahmad, thanks so much. Please rejoin it. Can you do a recap? I'm going to have the replay of the video up in the inner circle. Talked about 7 points. And the 7 points: 1, introduction. The 2, ask question. 3, irresistible guarantee. 4, close them on a conversation. You are going to see that, and you are going to be able to watch it. Adenike Okumbo, God value. John Obo, thank you. Saluwa Tonyolawe, thanks. Thank you very much, Taita. I found value. Olola Dedibi, thank you so much. I found value as usual, sir. Sharon Adubo, value in the presentation, indeed. Thank you. Koforola Digital will be fantastic presentation. Thanks. Just now, cool. Yes, I definitely got value. Victor Raji, thank you so much. Yes, very, very valuable. Princess Oluwale Mercy, thank you, sir. Yes, I got value. Rita Njoku and nominees. Yes, there will be replay in the Inner Circle Library. Thank you, great. Oluwafunmi Olabode, thank you very much. Joe Kwasi, thank you, it was valuable. Okay, what happens when the parent did not come with the child? Fix a day for that. Immediately fix a day. Then don't proceed further. Fix a day. When that's the action. That's the action. In fact, if you can make the parents go back to bring the child, immediately do that. Do that. Close them on an action. Very valuable points. Thank you. The Carib School Lagos. Carolo wants to, yes, so I got value. To look back and a great value. Thumbs up to my boss. Hey, I'm just a teacher. This boss, God help me. That's a young boy, please. Justina Okuwe, thank you so much. Shegun Williams, yes, I did. Abiodun Baye could be insightful, fantastic. Peter Jeremiah, well done, sir. I sure got value in this presentation. Udoka Miana, thanks. I got value. Oluwafumi Bolabode, I really got value. Adeola Idowolu Olulowo, great, thanks. Adenika Okumbo, got in late from the 3rd point. You will have a replay. Barrister Faith Okonedo, thank you. Also, I got value. Mohammed Sharifa Toyin, thanks so much. I got value. Friends from Larry Toyin, thank you so much. Patience Bassi, please, we will appreciate that. Those that didn't start, you have a replay. Thank you so much. I got value. Pat Daniel Lawrence, Regina Showari, thank you. The session was quite insightful. Patience Akpan, thank you for the workshop. My questions are, please, what do you do? What do you want to do if parents after placements refuse the class? 2 things you can do. Number 1, make sure you maintain your class because your standard is very important. Remember, your deliverables is only possible if that class is age appropriate. And if that parent insists that they wants to be in your class, you cannot outrightly reject. Don't take things personal. Don't get angry. Understand their feeling, understand all of that. If you have a very nice discussion, cozy discussion, they will accept your points. But if they still insist, they want to force their way through, can actually reject, or you write an undertaking saying that you have recommended this. However, you're going to place this child in this particular class, and I'm going to monitor him for 1 term. If he improves, fine, he continues. But if he does not improve, I mean, then the parents agreed to placing that child in that particular class. Hence, you have tried your best. So write something like that make them sign that you have done your best. If they still insist they want to be in your school, or you can outrightly reject that child. Choma Okafo, you can drop your question. I'm going through the comments as I'm scrolling down, we're picking it and talking. Choma Okafo, I joined late, sir, but still got value for the little time I joined. Thank you. Chwendu, Ibe Emeka, great, I got value. Susan Eric Isowo, yes, I got value. Akorede Ahmad, can we get a sample of template of the referral form you once shared in Inner Circle some years back? Okay, yeah. For the inquiry, yes. For this inquiry, I will have a template I'm going to share. All right. Peggy J. Ferry, thank you, sir. I didn't know Bumi. Great, thank you, sir. Ekiyo Ulukoya Ulukemi, thank you, God's value. Sam Nnena Ugochi, please, sir, can placement test be combination of the 3 terms examination? Can the child do the 3 terms examination? If it's a promotional, if the person came during a promotional period, maybe first term registration, yes, I mean, your exam is actually a combination of the 3 terms, so that could be, right? And your placement test could be a CBT, computer-based tests. It could be a CBT, and that can show weakness if that child is not good in CBT, and almost immediately sell you. So, Chai, thank you so much. God value. Thank you so much. Chike, that's Adeka Mimo. Chika, Eziama Okoro. Teacher, it thanks, I'm loaded. Mary, you're saying, yeah, God value went down, sir. Olajumoke Agumbi Ade, thank you, teacher. Please, if a parent walk in and say, can you sell your school to me? What is the right response to this? Wow. Ask questions, control the conversation. Good morning, my name is Itunu. Can you have a seat? Can we have a discussion? Exactly why, are you making this kind of proposal? What's coming to your mind? Get into conversation. Ask questions. He who asks the questions controls the conversation. Thanks, I got value. Flourishes, I got real value. Jessica Ize Louba. Awesome. At what point can I give out prospectus? At the point of irresistible guarantee. At that place where you are guaranteeing results, you can throw your prospectus so that they can see what is going on. You can even throw a video testimonial. You can throw a video story. You can throw something that they will see, that will be able to say, wow, I love this school. Okay, please, how do I recognize a parent who left a school because of owing large amount of fees and trying to start another debt journey in your school? Ask questions. If you can get the name of the former school and you have a relationship with those school owners around that area, you can get down to them and say, this person is leaving your school, this is the person's name, does this person owe? If you have that kind of relationship, or ask questions. Number 2, make sure in that payment there is a payment. Let the person follow policy. In fact, all your parents, make sure they make payments before they get into your school. Full payment, half payment, whatever your policy is, as the case may be. Don't let them start and they will pay later. Thanks to IT value gotten. No small boss, you're a bomb. Thank you, ma. Chomajai, well done. Good luck. I always say this, I found value there, I found you. Thank you so much for the great comments. Eme Atakpo, I appreciate great value. And Lynn Henry, great job. Vincent Onwuchi Basil, thank you so much. I got value. Anyedum Film, thank you so much. Okay, Koforola, ambassador's discount, is it on tuition or can someone fix a specific amount per student referred? There are 2 ways to do it. It can do it on tuition. The discount can be on tuition, or it can be a fixed amount. But I see parents respond more of a discount on tuition rather than you giving them a fixed amount. When you know it will affect how the parents pay. Another question is, parents ask people, school owners ask me, should it be up for a term for as long as the school exists? Obviously, as long as the school exists is a more greater motivation, but you can do it for a term. What should actually sell them is not your discounts, it's the value you have brought to the table from the beginning. So anyone that you do, if your value as a school is strong enough, they should be able to flow with it. And you could do it for a term, or you could do it for as long as you can afford. But I would just advise for a term. Right. I got value. Thank you, sir. Thanks so much. I got value. Thank you very much. God bless you real good. God bless you, ma. Mrs. Itiolu Adenike, Mrs. Akpan Bolajiki, Miriam Sanye, thank you. Odusi Olubukayo Said, I'm better informed. Olakpeju Adeshina, think an undertaking is better, sir. Other schools are waiting to place the child. Lovely. Muinat Mutunaya, yeah, that's the answer. Muinat Mutunaya, fantastic, sir. Yes, I got value. Adewumi Jelilat Sakibu, well done, sir. Okuchiri Ukwacha, network has just been wonderful. I'm also of the opinion that note voices be sent to the WhatsApp group. I don't do note voices. I upload the video. You can watch it from there, please. Chidema Mmaju, some children in our school change to another school, owing us. What do we do? I mean, that's not our focus for tonight. You can ask this question on the group. Ask it in the inner circle. We'll be able to answer you there. You came in late. Thank you for the discourse. Thank you very much. I see no questions. You have spent 1 hour 17 minutes, and we had 127 live viewers. And the video is going to be on the group, and for some time you can watch it. Then I'll formally put it in the Inner Circle library, maybe tomorrow, and be able so that I can watch it anytime we log on to the library. If you want to have access to it, you scroll down. Just scroll down to in the Inner Circle library. You'll see a link there under the month October. You will see that link there that says the inquiry training, the 7 steps inquiry training. Once you click that link, it will take you to the video room where you can watch it. So thank you so much. I'm glad you got value. See you back in the Inner Circle group. So good night, everyone. I'll see you in the Inner Circle. I'm glad you all got value. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a fantastic week. Please stay safe and stay safe, everyone. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic night. I just pray for everyone that is here that we're going to have a success of our school in Jesus' name. So thank you so much. Thank you. Good night. See you in the Inner Circle group. All right.